Every man knows how to say, "Hi, how are you?" But here's the truth, those words are dead. Why? Because they're predictable. She's heard them thousands of times before. From strangers, co-workers, men in her DMs. When you say it, you don't stand out. You blend into the crowd. They don't spark fire, they don't create desire, and they don't separate you from the rest. This is crucial. Attraction is about contrast. If your words sound like everyone else's, she will categorize you as just another guy. You must break the pattern. If you want to be unforgettable, if you want to reach her mind before her body, then you must master the art of words. Notice here, mind before body. Women don't fall for physical looks alone. They fall for the emotional stimulation. The right words ignite her imagination, create images in her head, and make her crave your presence. Because women are not moved by money first, they are moved by emotional language. This flips the script. Most men think gifts or money win a woman. Wrong. It's emotional impact, how you make her feel, that decides whether she thinks about you at night. And today, I'll reveal the secret phrases and the psychology behind them, phrases that no woman can resist. This sets the frame. You're not just giving lines, you're giving power. A tool set that will separate the listener from every other man. Part 1, the power of mystery, deep detail. Instead of starting with plain, boring words, use phrases that create curiosity. Curiosity is the spark of attraction. If she knows exactly what's coming next, there's no excitement. When you say something unpredictable, you hook her. Example, I noticed something about you, but I'll tell you later. This line does two things at once. It creates suspense and it withholds reward. You're telling her you see something special, but you're not handing it over easily. Why does this work? Because mystery is a trigger. The human brain hates open loops. When a story is incomplete, when a thought is half revealed, we crave resolution. Women are especially tuned to this because emotions drive their curiosity. By holding back, you show you're not desperate to spill everything at once. This is dominance through silence. Most men overshare to impress. You, however, reveal slowly, making her lean in and chase the answer. Mystery separates you from men who lay everything flat on the table. Men who dump information lose power. Men who hold back gain control. Attraction is not about what you reveal, it's about what you make her want to discover. Part 2, the language of validation, without begging, deep detail. Women don't respond to men who constantly flatter them. Why? Because it feels cheap. A woman hears, "You're beautiful," 10 times a day. Compliments like that mean nothing, they're background noise. But they do respond when you recognize something unique. This is the key. When you notice a detail others ignore, her ambition, her sense of humor, the way she thinks, you trigger a deeper emotional response. Example, the way you think is rare. I don't meet many women like that. This line tells her two things. You respect her mind, and you're selective. You're not handing out validation to everyone. You've chosen to notice her. Why does this work? Because it's not about her looks. Looks fade. Compliments on beauty are temporary. But when you validate her uniqueness, you connect with her identity, the part she wants to protect and be valued for. You're showing you see beyond her surface. Most men only compliment beauty. A strong man compliments depth. This makes her feel rare. Scarcity creates value. And when you show her that her mind or soul is what impresses you, she feels she has something special with you. This triggers respect and attraction. Because she feels seen, not as just another pretty face, but as a woman with value. Respect plus attraction, just desire. Women crave to be truly understood. When you offer that, you bypass her defenses. Part 3, the bold statement that frames you as the prize, deep detail. Confidence in your words makes her lean closer. Confidence is not arrogance, it's calm certainty. When you speak as if your value is unquestionable, she feels it. Example, spending time with me isn't for everyone. It takes a woman who knows what she wants. This line flips the script. Instead of chasing her, you're creating a frame where she must chase you. You're the prize. She's the one proving her worth. Why does this work? Because you're not chasing. You're not asking permission. Neediness kills attraction. By framing yourself as the standard, you show independence and strength, qualities women biologically respect. You're setting a frame where she has to qualify herself to you. Women are used to being the ones who test men. When you reverse this, it shocks her system. Suddenly she feels the pressure to impress you. This flips the script. Suddenly she's the one proving she's good enough. This is powerful because it creates pursuit. Attraction grows when she invests in you, not when you over-invest in her. Confidence is irresistible because it's rare. Most men are hesitant, seeking approval. The man who doesn't need it becomes magnetic. And when you combine confidence with clarity, you plant the seed in her mind that you are a man worth chasing, not just another man chasing her. This is the essence of being unforgettable. You are not her option. You are the standard. Part 4. She studies your silence more than your words. On the surface, it sounds simple. But in reality, silence is a man's greatest weapon. When you stop explaining yourself, when you don't rush to fill the gaps with meaningless words, she starts to wonder, what is he thinking? Why isn't he reacting the way other men do? Women are used to men who overshare, who beg for attention, who can't stand the tension of silence. But when you hold your ground and remain calm, you flip the script. That silence forces her to create stories in her mind. And here's the truth. Her imagination will always be more powerful than your explanation. Your silence makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability is magnetic. Part 5. She tests your patience to measure your strength. Every little delay, every small provocation, every game, none of it is random. It's all a test. She wants to know, are you a man who loses his cool at the slightest inconvenience, or are you the one who remains composed no matter what? Patience doesn't mean weakness. It means restraint. It means you are in full control of your emotions, not ruled by them. And nothing attracts a woman more than a man who is unshakable. Because if you can't control yourself, how can you lead? How can you protect? That's why patience is power. Part 6. She watches how you carry yourself when no one is watching. Anyone can put on a mask in public. Anyone can act confident when people are around. But the real test? It's in the moments when you're alone. Do you stick to discipline even when no one will notice? Do you train, work, and improve when there's no audience clapping for you? She sees those small details. The consistency, the discipline, the quiet strength. That's what separates you from the rest. Because authenticity can't be faked. A man who is real in private becomes undeniable in public. Part 7. She notices how you treat others, not just her. Respect isn't shown only in romance. It's revealed in how you handle everyone around you. How do you speak to the waiter? How do you respond to your friends, to strangers, to people who can't give you anything back? A woman knows that if you can respect others with no expectation of return, then your respect for her is genuine, not an act. And here's the secret. Power and respect are always connected. A man who treats others well without losing, his authority naturally becomes magnetic. Part 8. She pays attention to your ambitions. Desire without direction is emptiness. And she knows it. She's not only attracted to who you are today, but to where you are going tomorrow. If your life has vision, if your actions show that you're building something greater, she sees a man worth following, because women are naturally drawn to momentum. A man with purpose doesn't have to chase. His path itself pulls others in. Your ambition is your aura, and it makes her see you as more than just another man. It makes you unforgettable. Part 9. She observes your self-control. When temptation is near, every man can talk about discipline, but very few can live it when desire is in front of them. Women instinctively test this, sometimes through subtle flirting, sometimes by placing themselves close to you, just to see how you respond. If you lose control the moment she shows interest, you prove that your discipline is fragile. And fragile discipline equals weak character. But when you remain calm, steady, and unshaken, even in the presence of temptation, you send a message louder than words. I am not ruled by desire. I rule over it. That kind of control is rare, and what is rare is always valuable. That's why self-control separates the men she forgets from the men she never stops thinking about. Part 10. She evaluates how you handle failure and setbacks. Life will test you, not with comfort, but with challenges, and she's watching how you respond. Do you collapse when things go wrong? Do you start complaining, blaming, or running from the problem? If so, she knows your strength is just a mask. But if you rise after every fall, if you learn from every mistake, if you carry failure with dignity and keep moving forward, that's when she sees true resilience. Remember, women don't fall for perfection. They fall for persistence. Because persistence shows that no matter what happens, you will not break. And a man who cannot be broken is a man she cannot ignore. Final word, a man of discipline, silence, patience, and purpose becomes unforgettable. This is the essence of it all. Attraction isn't built in grand gestures, expensive gifts, or endless words. It's built in the quiet consistency of who you are. When you live with discipline, when you hold your silence, when you carry patience, when your life moves with purpose, you stop being ordinary. You become the man that lingers in her mind even when she's surrounded by others. Understand this. She's not just looking at what you say or do in the moment. She's measuring the weight of your character. And if you live by these principles, you will stand out in a world full of men chasing approval. That's the power of Stoicism. That's the power of self-mastery. And that's why, once she sees it in you, she will never forget you.